Hi. Welcome to Carter's Planet. What do you do in your free time? When you're off the clock, you're on your break at work, or you're working from home and you've finally gotten all your work done, you've checked all your emails, gotten all your schoolwork done. What do? Do you watch TV, watch movies, play video games? I think we can all say we all pretty much do those things. But if we're gonna be honest and totally transparent, I'll be honest with you. Most of our free time is probably spent on social media and on your phone. In 2018, the average time spent on social media in a day by an adult was 142 minutes, which rose to approximately 2.5 hours in 2019, followed by 3 hours in 2020. Yikes. So, by now you can probably guess what this video is about, but I want to raise a specific point. This video isn't to say social media bad. We're all guilty of this. I'm guilty of this. You're guilty of this. We're all kind of guilty of being on social media way too much. But it's really, I don't know, man. I think it's a big issue. You know, I don't think social media is bad. I think it can be used for good. It's definitely a good outlet to have, to where you can reach out to people, you can reach out to friends, all that kind of stuff. But when you're constantly stimulating your brain with all of these pictures and just looking for new exciting things and just scrolling down, that can be exhausting. I think the main thing to say here is that phone addiction's real. If we're spending all of our free time going on our phones, browsing social media, that can be very, very bad for us. And I think there are a lot healthier things that we can do in our free time, whether it's on your break from work or when you're off the clock waiting for a ride or something like that. For a person that really has an addiction to their phone, it can seem like a very difficult task, and that was definitely me. I was absolutely 100% addicted to my phone, but I really think it's a very easy thing to overcome. So here are my top strategies as a person that kind of works at home right now. I don't have a minimum wage job. I just kind of work on entrepreneurial stuff right now. I'm kind of a loser. So yeah. Anyways, here are some tips that I've come up with on how to fix it. No! So the first thing is, and this is essential to me because I work at my computer next to everything in my room, my bed, my TV, my 1,000 movies that I have. When you're working, set your phone aside. Put it on airplane mode, do not disturb, all that kind of stuff. Put it aside, don't get notifications from it. I will always turn my ringer off. My ringer's off right now, and I don't get any notifications, and it's most of the time it's on airplane mode. The second thing is to have times where you can check your phone, but make sure to put that time limit there. You know, I think like 30 minutes on my phone when I'm done with all this stuff, and kind of use it as maybe a reward too. I think that's worked pretty well for me. I'll kind of sit down, do some work, and then once all my work is completed, as a reward, I get to, text some people on social media or, watch some fun YouTube videos or something like that. You can use your phone, just set a time limit on it. This also goes for, answering texts, like with people, like stuff like that. Kind of set aside a time where you can text back all the people that have texted you. And then, obviously if there's like people that you do need to answer, that's fine. Just, for the majority of just like friend conversations and text messages and stuff, just set aside a time when you actually do reply to those kinds of texts. The third tip is to use some of these awesome phone tricks. So, like I said, airplane mode, do not disturb, obviously. Another thing I do is I usually have it in black and white, which you may be thinking that's really, really dumb. Why would you do that? But the thing is, this is actually really, really helpful. It kind of like makes things less exciting. So when I go on social media, I make sure to have it in black and white mode. and I find that it works. I don't know. You guys can try it out. This is just a personal thing for me. I got recommended. This was recommended by Nate O'Brien on YouTube. I'll link him down below. Shout out to that guy. He's a really cool dude. He recommended to put it on black and white mode. So whenever I'm browsing social media, it just kind of looks a little less boring, you know, or more boring. There's also screen time stuff you can do. You can set screen time limits for yourself. So, you know, like for me, after 7, I don't really get on my phone. I have it set to not let me get on my phone after 7. And that really, I think, helps a lot because it's a nice little reminder. And then I'm like, okay, yeah, you know. But you have to be disciplined. Some people recommend locking your phone or something like that. I don't think you have to be that extreme. If it works for you, if you try it and it works for you, then do it. For me personally, I think it's very important to train yourself to not text, to have that self-discipline. I think even going as far as to have it right next, get it to a point where you can have it right next to you and you won't check it. I don't know if that's a good idea. But for right now, I don't have my phone near me when I'm working or anything like that. But I do think that's a very important thing. I think it can really, really help to just have that discipline to not check your phone. And the fourth thing that I'm going to tell you, and this is the last thing, and this is what I am guilty of not really putting into action as much. And all of this, I'm guilty of not putting any of this really into action as much as I should. This is kind of a video for me as well. I mean, this is kind of a reminder, you know. I'm holding myself accountable, you know. But anyways, in your free time, instead of browsing your phone, do other activities. You can read, take a walk, journal. I don't know if you like journaling. I hate journaling. It's one of my least favorite things. I've tried it. I don't know why I hate it so much, but if it works for you, that's awesome. Or hang out with friends if you have friends. I have friends. I love friends. I love having friends. Just do some other things, okay? Reading has been awesome for me. I love comic books. That's one of my favorite things to read, even though it's not as good for you as it's probably not as good for you as actually reading real books. But reading is like a prime thing, and even going as far as saying, like, you know, watching movies or television. I don't think that those are bad, especially gaming. Video games can be such a good thing to kind of, you know, your brain's still going. And I think movies as well. I think the same thing. If you're someone who loves film like I do, you're always overanalyzing and, you know, thinking about the techniques and stuff like that. That can be a great thing to do as well. Just make sure to set for those types of activities, make sure to set your phone aside, set it in a different room, something like that, so that you're not distracted by looking down at your phone whenever, you know, a loading screen comes on or whenever the scene ends or the movie ends, you know. Because I think that can also be fun. Anyways, those were my personal tips and tricks. You know, let me know if you try them out, if you think it really helps. It's been helping me a lot, especially taking a walk. I think taking a walk instead of going on your phone and having your phone just stay here, you know, in the house, and then just going for a nice walk, I think that can be a really refreshing thing. It really connects you with the outside world, and I think, you know, when it comes down to it, when you spend less time on your phone, you're more here in the moment. It's so easy to zone out when you're on your phone. I think trying some of these things could really be beneficial. And so let me know if it works for you guys. And yeah, with that said, I'll see you guys later. This is just my opinions today. These are my opinions right now. And you have your own, you can form your own. I'm learning just as much as you guys are. I'm learning at the same pace. I am learning as I'm making this channel, and that's kind of what I want the theme to be for this channel, is documenting what I'm learning. And this is something that's been on my mind today, so I made a video about it, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And like I've said 1,000 times, the recording literally stopped, but I'll see you guys later. Peace.